Dior celebrates the holiday season with this limited edition couture palette. The palette itself is wrapped in a white cannage pattern with gold star accents, and it opens up to a full collection for face, eyes, and lips. Inside you'll find 2 powder blushes and 2 illuminating powders. And for the eyes, Dior includes 5 of their eyeshadows. Think copper, gold, brown, and soft iridescence. And to finish the look, there are 4 Rouge Dior satin lipsticks, ranging from deep red to brick, old rose, and warm brown. And it even comes with golden double-sided applicators, making this a true all-in-one holiday palette. Today, yay, I finally get to share with you the brand new Dior Couture Holiday Palette for 2025. Now this is, of the 2 holiday palettes that Dior comes out with, of the 2, this is the bigger one. So this one, you're getting 5 eyeshadows, 2 blushes, 2 highlighters, and lipsticks, all in one. I'm so excited to dive in. I'm going to share details with you. We're going to create a couple looks. We're going to see, because we really need to know. Let's hydrate and begin. Circus themed this year, and packaging really showcases that. Very beautiful, very Dior. Everywhere you turn, everywhere you look. And then on the back, you have your palette couture details. Iconic makeup colors, face, eyes, lips. Please make sure that you are subscribed because yes, we have more holiday Dior coming. And other holiday stuff and stuff. Allow me to present to you this gorgeous palette. The packaging on this palette, we have to just take a moment to indulge and enjoy. The stitching, the stars, all of these little details. I do appreciate that this is not a very bulky palette. And for the size, yeah, I definitely feel like you could take out the makeup and make it a clutch. That's if you want to go that route. I personally like to just leave it like it is, but I know that there are a lot of DIYers that love grabbing these and using it as such. And why not? It's beautiful. A moment for this little plastic. Ooh, look at all the details. Oh my days, it's so pretty. So the packaging on this, it's fastened right in here. So when you go to close it, you want to make sure that you fasten it there. It's not that it's hard to open, but you want to make sure you got a hold on this thing to get it, you know what I mean? All right, so when we open her up, we do have a beautiful high quality mirror. Okay, this palette is constructed in a way where you can completely open it. Okay, she's all the way. We have 5 eyeshadows in the center here, the highlighters, and 2 blushes. And then down here we have the lips. So you have your 5 eyeshadows here, you have 2 highlights and 2 blushes, and then the lipsticks. Now you can just kind of swirl in and get both highlighters at the same time, but the size does warrant you to get each one. Obviously you have to use the right brush as well. You can't go into this thinking you're gonna use a big old brush and get exactly what you want. You know. My only complaint, and this has always been my complaint ever since I started giving these palettes a try, is I wish there was a way to separate the lipsticks because the powders do fall down in there. And yeah, you can be as careful as possible. It still happens, but we're here. Let's do it. Let's swatch. Let's start off with the highlighters. We have a very light one, very frosty. Then a more golden-esque kind of tone here. Two. This white one, this formula It's a little dry. Maybe when we apply it with a brush on the face, it'll be completely different. But there we go, the first two illuminating powders as per the description here on this little thing. Yeah, illuminating powder. This lighter shade, the texture was a little bit drier. It has a lot of micro little glitters in there, but they don't seem to be the scatter type. Obviously, we don't know yet. We've got to get this on the face. This is just a swatch. This is just a preview. Swatches don't always tell the full story. They kind of just give you an idea of what to expect. So let's continue. Let's try the blushes. I will say, same thing. One feels softer and the another feels a little drier and stiff. But here are the two blushes. Ooh, this is a nice glowy blush. So highlight and blush. Now time for the eyeshadows. Very pretty color story, isn't it? And all of the shades felt very, very creamy to the touch. Look at this shade right here. Oh, that's gorgeous. Nice. Man, I tell you, Dior Quints, you know, the regular ones, I think they're great. But there's something in the holiday palettes. The eyeshadows in the holiday palettes always, for some reason, feel of better quality. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I'm gonna just go over that brown again. I didn't pit anymore. I just want to smooth it. Yeah, okay. Let's get that center shade here. Look at that. So pretty. Wow. Even you could use that as a highlight as well. So here are the powders from the palette. Eyeshadows, illuminating powders, powder blush, I'm going to take my lip brush and let's swatch these lipsticks. Nice. Good old classic red. They look very similar, but they are quite different actually in undertone. I will say the lipsticks like this definitely give you the opportunity to kind of just mix and create your own. That's a really light nude. And here are the lipsticks, all satins, feel quite hydrating. Let's try out the blushes. I have foundation, concealer, a little bit of powder, and bronzer. That's it. Let's start off with this blush. I'm gonna just pick, yeah, I have to go hold it this way. One tip I have for you is when you're using the palette, hold it where it's like it's upside down. That way, when you're going to pick up blush like I am, I can go down and I'm not going to push the powders into the lipstick. I know. I wish they would do something about it, but it's a little workaround. So we have just a little touch of kick up. It's not too bad, but I did want to share that with you. So here we are. I'm going to tap the excess and let's. Now that it's on the skin, it's definitely got some glow to her. And this color in particular is quite soft. So I'm going to go back in and I'm going to build it up a bit. I will say a blush like this with glow to her definitely allows you to go in with just that blush and not have to worry about going in with a separate highlighter if you don't want to. I feel like this would look good on the eyes. This brush, as I was going in, I felt like I was touching other products. Uh-oh, I'm complaining, aren't I? I have this brush here. This is from Hermes. I'll have everything I used today listed and linked down below. But the size seems like it'll work pretty good. So let's try this for the other blush. Now listen, I know that this blush might be a little on me, but let's try it for trying its sake. Ah, wait, I forgot. Hold it upside down so that I don't get powder in the lipsticks. There we go. I'm going to tap the excess. Wow, that's like a highlighter. It's so glowy. It's pretty, but man, this is not blush. I'm like looking at this little applicator right here. It says blush, right? Can we confirm that that says blush? And over here, illuminating powder. Okay, okay, okay. Look at all that glitter. I don't like that. No. Oh no. Oh. I'm gonna clean off on the Sigma switch. This does a great job, especially with glitters. That's why you hear me talk about this all the time, because it does a great job. It's good. It's great. All right, so here's the very glowy, glittery blush. This highlighter. What? And then the other blush. This is more of a blush. Satin, soft, very everyday. I need to look presentable, so I'm going to pick up this blush, the previous, and I want to put this on top of this. Let's see. Yep, I just hit eyeshadow. See that brown? Look, I have to be honest with you and tell you what's happening. All right, so let me hold it this way. Okay. I mean, it's still very glittery, but okay, we're gonna move on now. Let's move on to the highlighting portion of the palette, and to confirm, these are illuminating powders, okay? So my little paper says illuminating powder, okay? Right there. So let's go into this one. I'm gonna turn the palette so I get powder away from the lip product. Oh my. And we've got a bit of kick up, but listen, these are powders. We're gonna get that. Tap the excess. This tone of gold is not my personal favorite. I'm going to take the blush brush. There's no product, but I am going to use it to kind of diffuse this a little bit. Now, I'm scared. I'm doing it for science. Let's go into this uber duper light shade. Oh my goodness. Am I getting anything on the brush? I think so. I told you the texture on this in comparison to this one is so different, and you can already see I have kick up from this one and I have nothing from that one. But let's anything? Ooh, that's icy. That's glow, glow, glitter, glow. I already have so much to say. But I'm saving it for the end, okay? We're gonna keep going, all right? We're no quitters around here. This side is definitely a lot more glowy, but here's the highlight on top of that already glittery, glowy blush. Don't know how that's a blush, but okay. It's giving, you know, New Year's Eve. I don't know. Yeah, here we are. I'm here to demo. Save my thoughts for the end, but here we go. I'm letting the product speak for itself. I'm here to demo it for you so you can see it. I really don't even have to say anything. Product speaking for itself. All right. Let's get into the eyeshadow, yeah? Okay. let's, I have to remember to turn it this way. It helps a little bit. I'm going to go into the matte, pack that on the brush, tap the excess. This I'm going to start, wow, that's pigmented. This, we'll do this on the outer eye. Very pigmented, but the formula is nice and creamy that it blends very easily, so that's a plus. I tapped back in just a little bit to just build up that outer eye just a touch. Nice, okay, pretty. This is a clean, fluffy brush, just to diffuse the edges. Beautifully pigmented, blends beautifully as well. That's nice. Esom W23, I really, really want to get this shade. Oh, turn it upside down. I really want to get this shade on the eyes, this like coppery, reddish kind of orange tone. Oh, that's so pretty. Look at that. Ooh, yes. These shadows are outstanding. Yeah. But does it warrant the shadows overpowering the face portion, you know, to make it worth it for you? I don't know. Look how pretty and easy that goes on the lid. Oh, yeah. Same brush, I just cleaned it off on the Sigma switch. I want to, let's go into the gold. Yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah, well, yeah. Monique, turn it. And right here where the two colors meet, I'm gonna pat so they blend into each other nicely. I'm gonna retouch that first shade. That's such a pretty color. Wow, I like that a lot. I'm gonna just turn the brush around. Just a little back and forth so that meld between the two colors are good. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's pretty. Very, very pretty. This is a Tom Ford number 12 brush. I just picked up that darkest shade and right on the lower lash. I'm gonna go in with a black in the waterline. This is an eye gel from Chantecaille. Let's finish up the look with some mascara. This first look is really pretty, I have to say. All right, let's do another. The W23 from Esom. Let's go into this shade right here. I'm gonna start just on the inner portion and bringing it into the lid. I love doing this to open up the eyes, and that's doing so beautifully. Look at that. Let's go into this shade right here, and I'll place that all over the lid. I've got a nice fluffy brush here. This is an OG Wayne Goss. It's a number 3. Just touching into the brown shade. Not too much because this thing is intense. But we do need a little bit of depth on this eye. It's a little frosty. I want to retouch the inner corner shade just a bit. And then on the lower lash, just a little bit with that darkest shade. Just a little. I don't want to do too much. And for this eye, I think we should brighten it up a bit. I'm going to go in with this Sochi pencil, and let's pull it together with some mascara. Here are our eye looks. I like the extremes. This one's a lot more, and this one's a bit softer. Dare I say a little everyday? Let's swatch the lips, shall we? I'm gonna start off with this. You see, it's not too bad, but I have eyeshadow in these lip products already. All right, let's go in with this shade first. The formula on these is really nice because it's a satin, so it's nice and hydrating and comfortable. This nudie tone applied on the lips. You could totally wear a lip liner with this. I'd probably wear it with a lip liner, but it looks fine. Very creamy formula, very pretty. Next. All right, next we're gonna go into this pinky one. I need a lip liner for this, so I'm gonna put it. Much better with a lip liner. So that's the second shade. All right, time for a little red. That's pretty. That's pretty. Very, very, very pretty red. Very holiday, very festive, very pretty. That's a pretty color. That's a pretty color. All right, so here's the final lipstick applied. I like this color a lot. It's pretty. It's not a typical color that I would go for, which I know. Pros and cons. Let's go. Pros. The eyeshadow formula. Wow. So creamy, so beautiful, and really nice colors. Also, pros, the lipsticks. The formula, I like this formula. It's creamy, it's pigmented, very comfortable on the lips. And the color stories, very wearable, very practical. I love that you've got some reds, a little bit of bold, and then you have some nudie tones for that put it on and go kind of vibe. We love that. Okay. Also, another pro is the packaging. Packaging is so cute, so pretty. Cons. Palette's dirty, but it's a white palette. It's gonna get dirty. Another con, and I'm sure you kind of felt this one coming. You know, just to be honest with you, these are just all eyeshadows up here. I don't see, for our skin tone, these being blushes. Okay. This one has so many glitters. It's literally a highlighter. How can you call this blush when it's literally a highlighter? Okay. And this is also okay. If you're very fair, you might get on well with the blushes. But for our skin tone, I fear that these are probably just going to be eyeshadows that I reach for. Yeah. The amount of glitters I have on my face. Oh my goodness. Do you see that? That's not cute. I love glitter just as anyone else does, but man, it's too much. Not like that. But I mean, you could look at this as, oh, it's your holiday palette, Monique. It's for Christmas and New Year's. You could. But I like using my stuff all the time, whenever I want. I don't know. You could look at it as a special occasion palette. Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying to think out loud and share my thoughts as I go. My face has so much glitter from these blushes. It's too much. But this highlight in particular, I like it. This I like. This I can get on with. Personally, this tone is not for me for the highlight, but eyeshadow, yay. The eyeshadow quality, oh, so good. The lip Quality and colors, so good, so practical, really, really nice, like them a lot. For this being a full face palette, personally, I'm not going to be able to use it as such, and I'm not happy about that because this was a pretty penny, and I was very hopeful that I would be able to. The personal preference does not take away from the fact that you are getting a high quality product from Dior with beautiful colors. But for our skin tone, I'm very happy that I was able to share so that you can see for yourself, so the product can speak for itself. And then I can throw in my 2 cents and yeah. Maybe not a popular opinion, but I'm glad I was able to share this with you. Let the product speak for itself, let you see for yourself, and let's talk about it. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Comment down below. Thanks for spending some time with me today. If you've enjoyed the video, please take a moment and give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, because yet again, I have the other Dior holiday to share with you that's coming. So stay beautiful, guys. I will see you very soon. Bye.